one of the major causes, if we see here, are the colonial narratives which are circulating in society. You would have heard a lot of narratives here telling that this is a tribal mighty cookie versus non-tribal mighty. This kind of irresponsible reporting is one of the major root causes, and it's rooted in colonial realities which does not have any relevance to ground realities. These kind of things, when we see, we have to understand that if we are identify people as Janajatis. The Maitis are also a Janajati, the Kukis are also a Janajati. So, this tribal versus non tribal narrative, first of all, that has got to go. Second thing, this thing has been portrayed as a Maiti versus Kuki thing, but whereas at least 9 communities over the last 30 years have been victims of Kuki terrorism, and at least 6 of them have faced major exoduses. So, these I will come into detail a bit later, but this is also another fact which we have to understand. Now, regarding colonial narratives, you will hear a lot of cartographic manipulation or manipulation of maps telling that the hill areas are dominated by so-called Janajatis or tribals, and the valley areas are mostly occupied by Maitis. Now, first of all, these kind of narratives are based upon colonial ideas of oversimplification and have their roots in a policy of divide and rule which was implemented by the British government in 1891 after they won the Anglo-Manipur War. So these things are this hill valley divide basically oversimplifies the geography and simply considers anything which is a hill land as a hill and the surrounding valleys are also included in it. Imphal Valley is not the only valley in Manipur. There are several other valley areas, and the height difference between the hill and valley areas is negligible. It's like declaring the top floor of a house as a part of a separate country and the bottom floor of a house as a separate country. It's that much nonsensical. In fact, to know Churachandpur, the epicenter of violence, the headquarter of Churachandpur district is located at the tip of Imphal Valley. The other headquarter, Ikau and other areas in northern Manipur, Kangpokpi area, where the violence started, their headquarter is also located at the Imphal Valley. And also note, except the major epicenters of violence, More, the Kangpokpi, Churachandpur, and the villages which now where the fighting is going on, which we will talk later, everything is in Imphal Valley. The entire fight is going on in Imphal Valley. There is no hill valley divide and there is no claim of ancestral land being taken away. It's nonsense. The Imphal Valley is the site of this, and that is one of the things which have to be clarified. Now, these colonial narratives, the biggest role in spreading these colonial narratives comes from the educational institutes. Unfortunately, the church has a stranglehold on educational institutes there, and these educational institutes have played a very pivotal role in shaping the mindset of different generations. The problem which happened after the post merger period was that centralized remote control governance created an unaccountable class of local politicians and bureaucrats, which which allowed the church to basically monopolize the entire education system. The monopolization of the educational system was, although the colonial government helped a lot, but that did not happen until the 60s or 70s, when they had the access all over Manipur. So these kind of things when happen, the first thing is that these hill valley divide, the disregard towards own culture, these kind of things are being taught in educational institutes, and these narratives are being circulated, which are having lethal effects. Now, when we come to these narratives, some of the examples I would like to include. This conflict, when you see it, this has the what to say, the root causes of this illegal immigration and other things, these were visible from the 1950s itself, right from the 1950s.